Good morning. Happy Friday. I'm Sunita and welcome to our Nofo Live show. I think we're going to call it a show because it's now become an every Friday thing for the last few weeks. So welcome. Like I said, I'm Sunita and along with my co-host Tracy from Miss Tracy Kessler and our North Fork Affair and Lauren from Story Petals. We do this half-hour live every Friday morning from the North Fork, just bringing you, just chatting about what's going on in the North Fork, what's new, what's coming up. And what's coming up is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous long weekend. We had a storm Ida here, which was not fun. I feel like even though we prepared a lot for Henri, I feel like Ida took us a little bit more by surprise and was more windier and more crazier. But thankfully, everything is good. I do believe that there was a power outage on the main road, and today Optimum is out for some reason. So we are fingers crossed that we can survive this without Wi-Fi, which is why I think it's taking a little bit longer Lauren to join. We are also excited because we have on a really good morning, ladies. How are
Good
you?
morning.
How are you? I was
Thank you
just,
so much for having me.
of course, of course. I was just talking about the fact that we have no Wi-Fi and
Uh-oh.
that we prepared so much for Ida, for Henri, and then here comes Ida, slam.
Yeah.
I feel like it got us more than, right, Lauren? What do you think? Don't you think it got us more than it did Henri?
Oh my goodness. I was saying to my husband, he was so amazing and cleared our entire deck. And that was a project and a half for Henri. And we were ready. And then
Well,
Ida, we were unprepared.
so us too, we weren't half prepared because we had prepared for Henri,
Yes.
Right.
But
but we had
I
started
had
putting
just like reset up, reorganized, moved my table around like 7 times. I can't put anything back out and put it back in the same spot. I am like a chronic reorganizer. I'm like moving things at
Oh,
all times.
I say my furniture's on wheels because it just every time you come, it's someplace else.
I think Jeff would appreciate it if my furniture were on wheels.
Well, it's not technically, but that's what
I
I
know,
keep
I
saying.
know, I know. But I think actually he's gonna like watch this and be like, you know what? We should just put wheels on the couch. So that might
And then
happen, ladies.
my boys are visiting, so now they were actually they probably don't want me to say this, but including the big boy, my husband too, was slightly disappointed when we did all this prep for Henri and then it just came and went. So I
Right.
think with Ida, with the rain, they were like, "Ooh, look, there's rain." Now they're tracking Larry. I mean, seriously,
Mm.
Larry. But I think it's gone out to sea, and then there's something with the K. I don't know which one, but they're already tracking, and I'm like, stop talking about hurricanes.
Yeah, no, I'm done.
Anyway,
I'm
good
good.
morning. I'm glad we're all here. Hello, Tracy. How are
Good
you?
morning, friends.
Good
I am
morning.
good. I am good. I pulled into my driveway in the middle of the downpour. And I mean, I obviously knew what I was getting into. I could see it teeming, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to make a run for it. But I put my foot out of my car, and the water was up to my calf. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
oh my God. And by the time I got to my door, which is only about 50 feet, I was completely drenched, completely soaked. It was insane. And then I saw my shed door, like my brand new shed door going in the wind. And I was like, I got to go out there. So I ran out to go shut the shed and then ran back in. It was kind of crazy.
But all this was with Ida, not Andre.
Correct. Oh yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
No,
We
nothing
prepped
happened
so
without
much.
Andre. Yeah.
We prepped so much. I
Yeah.
know. I know. Well,
But
anyway.
I'm glad because that forced me to get like everything back into the shed, and I cleaned the shed and everything came like off all that procrastination I had been doing for getting ready of, putting things back into the shed. So I'm happy. Made me
Well,
do
Yeah.
it.
I liked how everything looked empty outside. I was like, oh, why do we always have so much clutter by our front door and by the basement
Right.
door? Everything looks so nice.
Right.
Put away.
It's not time to put everything away for the season, but I kind of wish it
No.
was because it's all neat and tidy.
Oh,
Right.
I know. It's
Exactly.
so true.
That was the only good part. Everything looked neat and tidy. But you're right. I am not ready to let go
No,
summer.
no, no.
And so let's just start with your account. I love the name Nofo Endless Summer because I feel like in my heart, summer is endless here all the
Absolutely.
time.
There's always something to do on the North Fork, even if it's not summer.
Exactly. I know you're about to launch your fall list.
Yeah, I'm actually
Countdown.
really excited about the fall.
My AirPods falling out, so I'm kind of still looking.
Summer, I feel like summer is amazing and there's so many people out here doing things, but the fall is even better. And I think that fall is going to take center stage because summer we were still kind of, being really COVID conscious, which we still are, but, fall is going to be back to the usual apple picking, pumpkin picking that we didn't get last year.
Oh, I know. Betty is so excited. It's like ridiculous.
I actually was just thinking this morning, I think we might do our photo opportunities at Krupski Farms again this year.
Oh,
Because that was a
fun.
really nice thing to do. So it just kind of dawned on me with like, I was of course out in the beach barn working on the flooring again today. And it was nice and cool this morning. And in my heart was like, I hope it gets really hot today. But I also thought, oh, this feels like fall. Maybe I should start thinking about what we're going to be doing this fall. So
Yeah.
I went to Krupski a couple of days ago
Mm-hmm.
to buy summer stuff, and there's Farmer Krupski with the tractor backing up. You know where they put all the pumpkins on the side, and he's loading. And literally from my car, as I'm putting my corn and tomatoes, I'm screaming at him, "Take it back! Put it back in the field! I don't want it!"
Yeah, Krupski's is already on the
He's
fall
like,
bucket
"I
list.
gotta start setting up." I'm like, "No." Anyway,
Oh, they're on the
everybody
bucket
knows
list?
us. So Kelly, let's rewind to you. Tell us a little background about who you are and what your account is. How did you get there?
Sure. So my account on Instagram is called Nofo Endless Summer, and it didn't originate as the Endless Summer. We kind of just wanted to document our summer bucket list for this year. We had all of these ideas of things we wanted to do this year since last year was kind of a wash with COVID. So we made this list of things that we wanted to do, and we wanted to document it. So we put the list up on this Instagram account, and people really kind of caught on to it. And then kind of the natural
can I just
progression.
interrupt? It's we,
Sure.
you, and your family? That's who
Yes.
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 Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, when I say we, it's really just me. They just tag along for all the activities.
That's true for all of us.
Look over here, look over there. So the kind of natural progression was that in addition to all of these like family favorites of stuff we do all the time out here, there are so many things that happen on the weekends, like special events and pop-ups and stuff like that. So I started releasing this Thursday, like the weekend plans, where I just talk about everything that's happening on the North Fork for the coming weekend. And I don't know about you, what happens with us is that we like just go to our like go-to favorite places, and then we never explore other things or go to other restaurants. So having this like the weekend plans to kind of refer to is nice when you're like, what should we do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do?
Do you ever see the end of Jungle Book where like the little vultures are on the thing? They're like, I don't know. What do you want to do? Like, I feel like that's like us at all times. I'm just like, I don't know. You? And it's just, yeah, I feel
like
you.
every time we want to go to eat, it's like, where should we go?
I will tell you, I have friends from Manhattan who rented an Airbnb in Cutchogue, and I sent them your list for this week and for the whole summer. And I was like,
cool.
Because they were asking me what to do. And of course, as you were saying, I gave them my usual. I also gave them a lot of things that we've learned here from people.
Right.
And then I saw your list and I was like, hey, guys, look at this. And they were like, oh, we already did number 29.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, I love.
Sorry,
I was going to say, I love the collection of your list, partly also because, like you said, it's an assortment of many different things. It isn't a specific kind of activities.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of something for everybody that you're sort of curating and putting out there. There's go to the brewery, there's this pop-up, there's a family-friendly event. So
yeah. I mean, I try and just do things that I know that we would enjoy, you know, whether it be like me hanging out with girlfriends or me with the kids or me with my husband as like a date night kind of thing. So I feel like there's like a little something for everybody on like the bucket list. And then the pop-ups and the events for the weekend, I feel like it's nice to have it all just in one place when you're deciding to make your plans for the weekend rather than kind of like scrolling through Instagram or like trying to figure out who's doing what event for the weekend.
And what do you have saved on Instagram? I always like feel like I always have to go back to my saved file, and I'm like,
yeah,
well, I know I'm gonna do something. Where was it? So
yeah.
I feel you. It's like trying.
You're like, I
it's
saw
like a
that
struggle
2
sometimes.
weeks ago, but where was it?
Oh my God, my life story. But I was actually telling a girlfriend, I was over her house, we were picking out tiles, and which is like my favorite thing to do. And she had her family coming into town, and she's like, "What should we do?" And I was like, "Oh, we have to look at the Instagram accounts." We were looking at it together, and I was like, "She's gonna be on the live this Friday," and it was just like so fun to like, because also having a small child, you know, you are sometimes limited on what you can do
Right.
based on timing and things like that, as I'm sure you can understand. And having someone else who doesn't have a kid and trying to like, we talk about it the same way. So it's kind of fun that I feel like your list is really curated for all types of people, all types of events, which I think
Thank you.
really runs the gamut, which is a lot of
Thank
fun.
you so much. Thanks.
Stephanie Shep says that this is such a great idea and thanks for creating this. I just want to call that out because I see Stephanie here every single week. So thank you, Stephanie, for being here.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Yeah,
So go ahead, Stunita, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I find that, you know, not that I live on Instagram, but there's so much information on Instagram to get, and there's a lot of scrolling. Right. And now I'm starting to figure out that there are so many things happening on the North Fork. It's almost like, especially Thursdays, right?
Like, Thursday is
here,
like the new Saturday.
Stuff there. I'm like, I don't know which one I want to go to. It's almost like overload. But it's great that there's so much happening for summer. And like you said at the beginning, there's so much more that's also going to continue to happen for the fall. So it's nice to have a go-to place and say, okay, yep, this is calling my name. Let's go try this, you know?
Definitely.
I feel bad for people who have planned events on Thursday nights, though. I know Thursday's the new Saturday, but if it has not rained every Thursday, I will be, I mean, poor cast. They're drive-in movies. I like, every time I want to go, it's just always postponed, and I just feel, I know. I just feel so bad. So even the Thursday night, Duck, I tried to go twice and it rained both times.
So do you get a lot of people who email you things to say, oh, can you put this on your list? Or is it full?
I wish I would.
I'll start sending you stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate it. I get it every so often. And whenever I do, I'm like so appreciative because I'm like, you saved me from scouring Instagram or the internet to find these events, because it's become kind of like a hobby for me that I just will like spend an hour or two just like scouring through to find what's going on for the weekend. So
all right, get ready, because the three of us can flood you with a lot of stuff.
Yes, do it.
But it'd be great to have one place where it's all together, you know? So and me too. I'll tag you
when I miss something. So if you guys see something and I didn't see it, then I'm very happy to get it sent my way.
That's so awesome. That's good to know. So other people that are listening, feel free to send Kelly some ideas, because honestly, I'm sure it's turning into probably a full-time job.
It is a lot. It is. I mean, I started it just as like a hobby, a fun thing to do. And, you know, it really was just supposed to be the bucket list. And then the weekend plans kind of took over. And it's been like, when I don't get something, I'm like, darn it, I missed that great event.
So what have been some of your favorite events from this past summer? I mean, I guess we can say summer. It's almost over.
I definitely loved the Brick Cove Marina, the Thursday night, the family nights. Those were really fun. I have tried so many restaurants. You know, we've been out here for like 10 plus years, and I've tried so many new restaurants that I didn't even know existed. Like last night, we went to 314 in Greenport, and it was just like this hidden gem. The chef there is so amazing. He, you know, like a lot of the places out here are having staffing issues, just like everywhere else. He actually, I mean, when we walked up to the restaurant, I had no idea that it was him, but he greeted us at the door, and he took our order, and then he was like, oh, and now I'll go into the back and cook your food. So
oh my God, that's
he is
literally
truly dedicated to keeping the restaurant open and going and making people happy. And it's like so evident, and the food was amazing.
Oh, it's so great to hear.
I haven't been to that. What kind of cuisine?
So it's kind of eclectic. Like the burger is so good. The chef was telling us about he wants to do, so 314 is closing for the season this Sunday. So if you can get there this weekend at all, definitely do it. It's the sister restaurant to Kontiki. Yeah. So the same owners, but totally different cuisine. And it's kind of just like an eclectic mix. And the chef was telling us about this like off season. He wants to really highlight the North Fork's fish, which is the porgy. Yes. So he's going to have a bunch of chefs come and highlight the porgy in different ways. So one of the things that we had last night was porgy empanadas, and they were amazing. So good.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That sounds amazing.
it really
Do they
was.
have
Now you
outdoor
have to
seating?
run there this weekend.
I know. I'm like, do they do outdoors or is it only indoor?
It's outdoor and indoor, yeah.
So-
They have a great outdoor seating area.
Mariana, or my friend Mariana, who's Dr. Block on here, she's saying she needs socially distanced recommendations for tomorrow. Please help.
Sure, let's think. Socially distanced, like meaning outdoors?
Probably.
Yeah. So our favorite outdoor go-to, especially with the kids, is the North Fork Shack because they have that seating area. The kids can kind of run around and bring the kids' toys. Definitely the Greenport Brewery. I mean, it's not like high end in terms of cuisine, but the food there is really good. The wings are amazing.
But that gets pretty packed, right? So
yeah, I mean,
feel
it does. But
socially
you can kind of
distancing.
distance yourself
Yeah.
in terms of the outdoor area, depending.
Yeah.
Well, I would also suggest if you're going to Greenport, then Olive Branch. They have a nice outdoor garden
The
area.
outside, yeah.
And I didn't notice them before. I'm sure they were always there, but there's a lot of picnic tables by Mitchell Park. So if you want to do takeout from any of the Greenport restaurants and then sit at one of the picnic tables in Mitchell Park or even on the grass, that could be a socially distant option.
Yeah.
Maroni's also is one of our go-tos from this summer. We've been going there a lot. They have that like outdoor seating area by the barn if you've ever been, and that's really spaced apart. So they have these picnic tables and you can get your food at the window, so you don't even really have to interact with anybody too much if you don't want to. Yeah.
And then you can go into Arnie and check out also all the awesome paper.
She's having a pop-up tomorrow, a big sidewalk sale. Yeah.
With KBB, right? Or BB
Caitlin Beebe, yeah.
I think all of Southold, I think, is having that sidewalk sale because I saw several of the stores post. So
it starts today, ladies.
Oh, does it?
Oh,
I have to go. I have a delivery in Southold, so maybe I'll swing by.
I'll be at White Flower, so definitely stop by. It's going to be a busy day.
I will.
So they're all having the sidewalk sale. See, this is something that I missed. I only knew about Arnie.
No, we're all going to be doing it. I'm really excited. Sorry.
A lot of sales, and I think they literally sidewalk sale, put stuff outside on the sidewalk too, I think. So
I am really there for that. I feel like anything on that strip of Southold is like dangerous. You could blow a lot of money over there.
It's hard to even like we live right around the corner, so we're always on the avenue and the avenue. I sound like I'm in New York City, on the main road, on the avenue. And I just swear, Jeff's like, keep looking forward. Don't look in the window. I can't tell you. I just walk into Pearl on Main and he's just like, no, come back out. Come back out. There's so many great finds. And all the shops are just, I think they're all getting ready for the fall. I think everyone's, had their crush for the summer, which is so fantastic. But I'm really excited to see what the North Fork holds for the fall. I mean, a lot of us are now full-time out here, and it's kind of sad to hear that some of the restaurants are going to be closing for the season. I know some of them do, but I know a lot of them are going to stay open, and I'm just so excited for like what the next 3 months are going to hold for all of us.
Yeah, and if anyone missed going to Durier's and Orient Point, this is their last weekend also.
I missed it.
Yeah.
Well, they closed this weekend, so you still you can squeeze yourself in there.
Gotta run out there.
Talk about gorgeous.
I mean, I could
drool.
I could literally live there.
Yeah.
I know. I wish I did.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, like Lauren said, I think that many years ago, it used to literally be the end of the season, and then there was something called Tumbleweed Tuesday that existed because it became deserted and people did leave and things did shut down. And as far as I can tell, I think Tumbleweed Tuesday is now a thing of the past because a lot of people do stay here. And I think the only restaurants that do end up closing are more in seasonal locations, like during by the water and the wind and the season.
Right.
But more and more do end up staying open, and there's a lot more to do because there's so many businesses and owners that live here that need things, that do things. So I'm looking forward to the fall list and everything that collectively, I guess you and we will curate and add. It's going to be like swipe of things.
I love that it's not going to be just me. I love that people will send me things because, there are things that either I overlook or, something that just isn't on my radar. So I do appreciate that.
Well, if the traffic is anything, I will tell you for the last at least 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
the road, so where I live, the road is technically where Waze tells you to go, like the shortcut, except it
Mm.
tells everybody to go on the
Oh gosh.
shortcut.
Oh
And
no.
my parents live a 5-minute drive away, probably more like a 4-minute drive away. But once Labor Day hits, all the way until pumpkin season is over, it takes me 45 minutes to get to their house from my
Oh
house.
No.
my gosh.
45
Wow.
minutes. It's
Hush
insane.
your mouth. No, I won't. I won't allow it.
It's
Everybody walk.
insane. And you would
It's the
think
most
it'd be
beautiful
more
thing.
during the summer, but
Yeah.
it
Right.
starts Labor Day and goes
Yeah.
all the way through.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know. Harbs is beautiful for so many beautiful things, and Betty loves it, and we're there probably every Wednesday or Tuesday. But man, come the fall,
I
it really
know.
backs up. You really have to be strategic about your Riverhead runs, that's for sure.
Yes,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I'm
We
like,
don't
if
go
I
anywhere
go to
near there
Home
on the
Depot,
weekend.
it's at 6 in the morning because
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
like you'll never
I
get.
know. I try to
I
like
really have
I
heard
try to
from a
like
lot.
pair it, but you know, TJ Maxx doesn't open till 10 or 11, so I really have to plan it accordingly.
You're really stuck in that midday traffic
Yes.
on Main Road if you go to TJ Maxx at 10 or 11.
I think the North Fork has a love-hate relationship with pumpkin season.
Yes.
I think we love it. It's beautiful, but you know, as the problems that you guys are describing, and I'm always surprised by people who say that they literally go out in the morning at 6, 7, and then don't leave their home after. And it's
Right.
not just one or two people on specific streets that live near anywhere. I think it's the entire North Fork.
Right.
So it's just such an interesting. I don't know what the solution for it is, if
Yeah.
that even is one. But it certainly is a dual-edged sword, you know.
For sure. For sure. Mhm.
So when is
Yeah.
the fall list being launched?
September 15th
Woohoo!
is our go
Perfect.
day. I was like the first, I'm not ready to talk about fall on the 1st.
No,
But
and
September
also
15th, I think
Yeah.
I'll be ready.
right, because also the fall doesn't start until the 22nd. So we have
Right.
most of September, people. Everybody calm
But I
down.
was
It's
surprised
still
this
summer.
year apple picking is starting very early.
I think
I
everything
saw
came into
Lewins
seasons
is
early.
already talking about apple picking for this weekend.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I mean, even the sunflowers, for me, I thought they were out crazy early this year.
Yes. Mhm.
So I don't know how crops work. We need to have another farmer on. Bring Rachel
Yeah.
back.
Maybe it's all this
Tell
rain we're
someone
having.
explain. Exactly. Oh, it's so true. Maybe I have no idea. I'm not even gonna guess.
Yeah,
All right.
but
So
it's
do you
it's
so
all
let's
good.
go back. Let's go back to our favorites. So we do this every week. We ask everybody a couple wow, start all over again. Every week we ask people their favorites. So do you have a favorite farm stand that you love to go to?
I am a Bayview junkie. I know that it's like right there on Main Road and it's not like the hidden gem that everybody wants a farm stand to be, but it's so beautiful. And they have so much.
Yeah.
Like fun
It's a
fact,
favorite
my
of this
husband
crew.
and I took our engagement photos at Bayview
Aw, I love it.
with some pumpkins. Yeah.
I love it. Will you post that on your stories today? I want to
Oh,
see a picture.
sure, I will.
It
Yeah,
is the
Flashback.
most it is the most picturesque farm stand. I don't know if it's the awning that casts the perfect light. Every time, just when I look at the vegetables, I was just there. I don't know if they still have it, but I'm going to throw a pro tip in there. I went to get corn, and obviously I only needed a few, but they had I guess a bushel, for lack of a better word, the giant bag. So the corn was $1 a year when I went. So it was like, I don't know, $10 or whatever for the dozen. But for $22, they had a giant bag of corn with 40 corn in it.
Wow.
Like, so tempted. I was like, I'll just start chucking corn at my neighbors. But
you get a corn. You get a corn.
but I had just done that with Seps Farms tomatoes the week before, and my kids were with me, and they were like, no way. They were sick of seeing the tomatoes. Every day was heirloom tomatoes. So they were like, nope, we bought a dozen corn and we left. But if anybody wants more corn, if they still have it, they have, I don't know if it's called a bushel, but it's in a giant paper bag, like that big.
I actually just took a photo of that the other day, so I'll post that too.
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
But
Slow
you
down.
didn't buy it. You
Phone
didn't buy it.
down.
You just took a picture. See, you're smart.
Exactly.
My phone's like, no more usage.
But for $20, $22, it was totally worth it. But like I said, if I hadn't done the tomato thing, but then I started being like Forrest Gump, corn fritters, corn soup.
Yes.
I love it. Oh my God. We went to
There's
Sang Lee
so much.
recently and bought all of like the tomatoes that are all like not pretty tomatoes.
Yeah.
Because Betty will eat me out of tomato house and home. And the ugly ones are cheaper and I love them because they're organic and they're perfect. But I feel the same way. I bought like a huge basket of tomatoes for
Mhm.
like silly amount of money and I was like, oh,
We
it
were
was
at
worth it.
Langley the other day too, and my kids insisted on getting like the biggest, giant, heaviest tomato that costs, I don't even know how much it costs, but I'm like gonna say like at least $50 for this
Yeah.
giant tomato.
They're
But it's so
beautiful.
wonderful that we have these options, and and also what, now that I live here full time, and even a little bit before, I love seeing what's in season and then eating that. I feel like we are on the North Fork, maybe either going back or has always been, and I'm just joining it, going back to our roots and eating what's in season and eating local. I literally went to West Nofke's and they had the eggplant. I brought it home. I barely unpacked my groceries, sliced it, cooked it, ate it the same day, and I was like, look at
So
me, I'm
beautiful.
living the farm.
Yeah.
But it feels so good to just buy the fresh produce, local, eat it. Like, I want to soak up on the corn because it'll be gone before we know it, you know?
Right.
But then
For
I'm
sure.
also looking forward to, because when I went to Krupski, she already texted me because I'm a kale addict. So she's like, kale is coming. So I'm
Yeah,
already
you
like,
are.
enjoy the tomato, enjoy the corn. And then Brussels sprouts are coming and kale is coming. So I love that the North Fork offers so much of that.
All that fall stuff. Yeah, for Thanksgiving last year, we were actually by my mom's and I drove all the way back out to Bayview to get our veggies for Thanksgiving dinner the day
That's
before.
commitment.
That
Yeah.
And I
that's great.
applaud you.
Okay,
Yeah.
speaking of driving, do you drive to go see a sunset or a sunrise, or what? Do you have a secret location you can
I
put on your list, or don't put
don't.
on the list?
And this is like one of the biggest questions I get from people who follow me is like, where's that beach where you guys always are? But
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's a private beach in the community where our house is, so I can't divulge that information. But that's our go-to for our sunsets and our sunsets. But I do have to say, we live like right off of New Suffolk, and the drive down New Suffolk, going down to the
Beautiful.
beach, you can catch a really great sunset on that drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite restaurant? I know it's hard to pick, but if you had to pick one or two.
Oh, this is a really hard one because we are foodies. Definitely this summer has been a big Maroni summer. Where else have we gone that's been wonderful? Oh, my new personal favorite that I went with a girlfriend and it was absolutely phenomenal was Anchor. Have you guys been to
Yes.
Anchor with their new menu?
I haven't been with
Okay.
the new menu, but I've been recently, but only for drinks.
Yeah. So good. So good.
Yeah. What'd you have?
Yeah. We had like a mix of stuff. They have a lobster roll. We didn't order it there, but I've heard that it's really good. They do this like swordfish bone marrow thing. It was like
I need
very,
more
very
information.
cool. We
Let's
weren't
go.
exploring that day, so we had that. They had like a really beautiful duck salad with blackberries in
Ooh.
it. Yeah,
So the
it's just
question, I haven't
really
been
nice.
since they opened the seafood market below. Do you like
Mm-hmm.
pick your fish downstairs and then they cook it upstairs, or is it two separate
So it's
things?
kind of like
I dropped my thing. The North Fork Seafood Kiosk that's in the bottom of Anchor is like kind of like a separate entity. It's like just going to
local fish market that they have
Okay.
on that
Okay.
main level. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I
But
didn't know if you
everything is
pointed
super fresh.
cook that fish for you.
Yeah.
You're like, I
That would
want
be
that
very
one.
cool.
Yeah.
And also a little weird.
Yeah. That's why I was asking. I was like, I don't know if I want that option.
Like, I don't want to know that much information.
No, I know. Do you have a favorite brewery or winery?
We really love Jason's. It's like right down the road from us. The kids love to look at the alpaca. They
Oh,
always
yeah.
have really good live music. And I don't know about you, like I know it was like a big push with COVID, this whole thing of like needing a reservation to go to a winery is like very hard for me. Like I don't plan ahead that well. So like for me, it's kind of like spur of the moment kind of thing. So Jason's doesn't require reservations, so we're kind of like get up and go when we want, when like
That's
the
good to
feeling
know,
hits.
though. I feel like people are always asking for winery recommendations, and it's hard when you need a reservation. That's for sure.
For
Yeah.
sure, yeah. I mean, some of them, like we went to Terra Vitae recently, and like they require a reservation, but we were able to get one, you know, we just hopped on and made one for like an hour later. So that was fine.
That's
Yeah.
good. I feel like
Yeah.
places like Croto, it's like beneficial to have because
They're very busy, yeah.
yeah, it's definitely, it makes it more enjoyable too. I feel like in certain locations where you can actually then know you're gonna get a table versus like you have to like stalk people. I'm like, are you almost done?
Yeah.
What's going on over here?
Well,
You gonna have another
like
round?
last time we went to Crota, I was there with my girlfriend, and like we had our oysters, we had our wine, we like ordered a flight, and then we're like, oh, let's go like walk around a little bit, and then we were walking around,
Watch
and then we
table.
came back to our like little table where we still had like at least 2 glasses from our wine flight left, and like there were people already sitting there. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, guess we're done.
Oh
My
my
goodness.
God.
Oh my goodness.
Well, there's a
Well,
couple of
as we're about to hit our end
Yeah.
time here, can you sum up in 1 or 2 sentences why you love living on the North Fork?
Sure. I mean, I love the memories that my kids make here. There's no other place where you can be at the beach in the morning and then at a farm stand during the day and then some fun event at night. So it's just like a nonstop, beautiful place to be. Everywhere you turn, there's something gorgeous to look at or something fun to do. So I'd say that's
Awesome.
why.
love it. We love what you're doing. We can't
Yes.
wait to continue to see your list grow for the fall. For anybody who's still looking for things to do this weekend, check out Kelly's account at Nofo Endless Summer. There's plenty of stuff to do. And then going forward, I will just keep adding more. And I look forward to the fall in the North Fork.
And send
Yeah,
suggestions to her if you have them for the fall. Let's-
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
And especially businesses and vineyards and whoever, if you have your calendar of events, send it to her in advance so she can plan ahead and put them out there for you guys. Thank you
Definitely.
so much, Kelly,
Definitely.
for doing this
Thank
for
you for
all of us.
having
Yes.
me. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too. See
Bye
everybody
now.
next Friday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.